Hey, my name's Chris. This is Coco. Sorry it took so long for us to get back to you. You had a question. You said that your macaw steps up on your hand sometimes, but he's kind of nippy, not very comfortable with you picking him up, putting him down, swapping hands or arms. I'm going to tell you two little tricks that'll help you get past all that with your bird. But first, let me show you. I've got my little girl had 8 puppies, so if you hear any noises in the background, that's what it is. All right. So, set this right here. Okay, so what we got with your bird, my bird was the exact same way. When I first got Coco and his mate were very touch-me-not-ish. You know, they were in their own zone and they weren't used to tactile contact or bonding with humans. But after a while, I earned his trust, and he knew that I was there to feed and water and take care of him, and also to nurture, love, and give proper amounts of attention, care, respect, and mental stimulation, which is the key. So, let's see. Now, the most popular phrase to use with any bird is, which you probably know by now, is everybody says it, they say step up or step. Step up or down to pick up or let the bird down into his area. Now, if I say step up for Coco, he's used to it. Step up. Step up. Now, he plays with me when he grabs at my hand. He's like, remember I used to bite you. So, I mean, that's just the personality I perceive. So, with Coco, if I move too quick, he's going to get kind of nippy. He's going to look for my hand as a possible threat. You know, there's always, the one thing they try to protect the most is their eyes and their tail, because they can't really, you know, if you touch the back of their tail, they kind of freak out. So, but, I mean, you notice he didn't really freak out as much as they normally do, because he's used to me. He kind of knows me, digs me, or she. But anyway, so let's say you have your bird in this hand, and you're having trouble even getting near the bird with your other hand. The bird is just really hesitant, backing away, maybe picking up a foot, opening the beak, you know, just being defensive and you know, just difficult to handle. So if that's happening, what you need to do is get the bird used to you getting in his personal space, his or her personal space. Now, what can help you overcome that proverbial wall or barrier, so to speak, will be training treats. Find something that he really, really likes, whether it be apples, oranges, some kind of fruit, peanut. You know, try to stay away from too much peanut butter. Crackers, unsalted preferably. Just whatever he might respond to and just take real interest to and take from your hand with a little bit of respect. Now, if they take it really, really slow, or almost, if you detect a bit of excitement or like, oh, that's for me, then there's your training treat. So once you've established that, then you want to use that treat to get close to him by using your other hand as a distraction, picking it up, putting your hand with the training treat, handing the treat to him just like this. So I'm going to get about this close, and this is going to put him on defense. Then I hand him the treat. So he takes the treat, and then every time I hand him the treat, I get like a millimeter closer. Okay, I mean, it's got to be so gradual to where the bird probably figures out what you're doing halfway through it and is tired of waiting and might just say, come on, dude, pet me. So what you want to do is just go incredibly slow. I mean, if it takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it took 3 months for me to pet this one. Okay, but it's a possible thing. So like I said, I mean, this could end up taking 2 or 3 days. It could take 2 or 3 months. Just, you know, kind of get into your bird's psyche, if you will, and just kind of read him. Remember, they have body language just like we do. I mean, they'll back away. They'll be hesitant. If you see the wings lifting up, that's one of 2 things. One thing is he's saying, hey, I'm trying to look big because I'm frightened by you. Other times, it could be if the feathers are lifted and he's moving really, really slow, that could be a sign like, hey, I want to be pet. Or, you know, I'm lifting my feathers so you can get to my skin and kind of rub a little bit. So there's different ways that you can learn to read your bird's personality. Just kind of get used to acknowledging the good things with a positive response, preferably if it's a younger bird, with something that you can say that he can associate with an action or a treat. That way, if he wants a treat or if he wants a grape or something, he'll say grape. If you hand him a grape and say grape every time, he'll let you know. They are extremely intelligent creatures. I mean, these are the birds that you can find on YouTube riding bicycles and skateboards and putting basketballs through hoops and picking out colors. And I mean, they're pretty impressive. So the thing to consider mostly is not just mental stimulation with your bird, but breaking again through that proverbial barrier of reluctancy. There is a big communication gap between him or your bird and you, because you're obviously two different species, totally different languages, and neither one of us have figured out each other's languages as far as we know. So with your bird, just take your time, be patient, totally be as understanding as possible, and be ready to take a few bites. That's the one thing that I can't stress enough is you really need to, if he or she bites you, accept it as part of the learning process. Let him see you acknowledging that as something that is not going to anger you or not going to cause you to associate any kind of negative with that. The best way to handle a situation with a bite is not what most people do, which is put the bird in a cage. If you notice, watch videos about macaws in Peru, clay licks or any macaws in the wild or zoos and things like that. You'll see these macaws, they'll pick and fight and mess with each other and kick each other, and they're just they interact that way. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. So sometimes, Coco will get snippy with me. He might grab my ear or pull on my my necklace or something, but it's usually because he's trying to let me know something. And these two that I have up here, Gaia and Angel, those two will pick up their foot and whack each other with their foot every once in a while, and peck at each other, and they'll fight sometimes just because Gaia will be in her area and she's trying to get him to swap places with her. But they have a communication barrier, evidently. I could be wrong, I don't know. But there's always a reason I've noticed, is from what my perception is telling me, that there is usually a reason for any kind of action that we would take as negative. And just remember, always reward positive behavior. There's no such thing as punishment. We do not punish any animal at all, period. That's it. So, again, man, good luck with your bird. Man or lady, I'm sorry. Anyway, sorry it took so long to get back to you. I got a few more videos I got to make. I'm going to try to get everybody's stuff up as soon as possible. I've been extremely busy after a good week of being sick. Anyway, good luck. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to contact me. You got my email, and you can send me a message on YouTube if needed. If you have any requests for videos, just, don't expect it to be up in an hour. But anyway, good luck again. Coco, I wish you would say bye-bye. Huh? Okay. Anyway, take care.